Hey guys, happy Monday. Welcome to today's Motivation Monday. Today's segment is going to be on kind of getting that fire burning again if you're feeling demotivated. I'm going to share with you a strategy that I use to kind of push me a little bit so I have more motivation with my training. We're into our fourth week of 2021. So if you set a goal or a New Year's resolution January 1st, you're probably hitting a little bit of a dip in your motivation. That's completely normal. That happens to almost everybody. You're not going to be fired up every day of the week, ready to attack your new goal or to hit up training. So there's a couple things you can do. A strategy that I want to share today is kind of taking a break from your normal scheduled workout. So if you've been doing the same training or pursuing the same goal since the beginning of January, chances are you're going to need a little bit of a break, not a complete break. Um, the best thing to do is to take a small break from what you've been doing day in and day out. The key to long term success is getting through those dips and getting back on track. So you don't want to have that all or nothing attitude where you kind of give up on your goals completely. You want to take a step back, kind of look at what you're doing and take a break from what you've been doing day in and day out, okay? So as it comes down to training, what you want to do is maybe do a workout that's a bit different from what you're currently working on. So if you're training heavy in the gym, or you're doing a lot of speed work, you want to do something that's a little bit different. If you're doing a lot of cardio, maybe you want to use some heavier weights and take a break from the cardio. So this is maybe every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks. You'll know once your motivation dips, it's kind of a sign that you're overtraining and you need a little bit of a break from what you're doing. So for me, what I like to do is actually build my own workout, and I build this into my program every 2 weeks, where I can take a day and do something completely different from what my current training looks like. So for me, what I do is I just basically write down an upper body exercise, a lower body exercise, and then a full body movement. So I pick my favorite three. You can pick your favorite. You can pick maybe exercise that you haven't tried before that you've always wanted to try. And then from there, you set your reps and your sets. Okay, so a lot of people are training at home, so our body weight is what we're using. So what you would do is pick body weight movements for your upper body, lower body, and then a full body movement. From there, you can decide whether you want to do those movements for rounds, so a certain number of rounds. So say you're doing an upper body movement would be a push-up, lower body would be a squat, and then a full body movement would be like a burpee, okay? So if you're doing those, you can do that for a prescribed number of rounds. So you do 5 reps, 10 reps, 15 reps of each of those for a certain amount of rounds. So you would do that maybe 5 to 10 times over, and then you would time that. Or you could do the opposite of that, where you actually do as many of those rounds as you can in a certain amount of time. Okay, so as many rounds of 15 reps of each of those exercises in 20 minutes. So that's kind of what I use. You can use basically any template you want, but if you make sure that you're doing one upper body, one lower body, and then one full body movement, you have a well-rounded program there, okay? And you can throw in cardio stations, dynamic mobility drills too in there. The key is that you're doing something different than what you've been doing since January, okay? And it hasn't been that long, but you do need to take kind of a step back and do something completely different. And that way you're rejuvenated when you get back to your program, and you have a different kind of frame of mind. So you're not as bored. It's going to give you a bit of that fire back as well. You just sometimes need to take a step back. Obviously, this is something you don't want to impede on your main goal. So if you are in the gym and you're training for strength, you don't want to do so much volume that it's affecting your workouts once you go back to it. So I would say do this a day after your last session and a day between your next session. So at least have 24 hours to allow your body to recover, okay? But yeah, put your own program together. Just do that maybe every 3 weeks. Whenever you feel that dip in motivation, you can throw something else out at yourself to give you a bit of a challenge, a bit of a push. It's awesome if you do this with somebody as well too. You can let a friend know how many rounds you completed or how much time it took you, and it'll kind of create that competitiveness that we're all lacking right now because we're not training with other people. So give that a go. The key though is to get through those dips, because they're going to come and they're going to go. Motivation's only going to really last so long. When everyone writes out their New Year's goals, motivation's really high, and then once we get into it, what's really going to propel you forward is your habits. So you really want to fall back on that, and you want to make sure that you're getting through those dips, so you're not just stopping completely. Okay, try to ride those waves of motivation, and make sure you stay the course. Okay, so I hope that works for you guys. Try it out, build your own workout. All the best in 2021, and good luck chasing after all your goals. Take care.